Hey everyone, this is DeagleBeagle. I'm back from Anaheim in the International Challenge. I felt really proud of myself, how I did. I was 5-0 before I lost to Aaron Zhang. He got pretty lucky versus me both games, and then I could have played better. It was a brand new team and stuff, but that's my team. I don't want to show you the EVs and everything, but I felt like it did great. I really had no experience whatsoever with this team before regionals. I made it in the car with my brother, but I did use like half of the Pokemon. I was using a totally different team with like Tapu Lele, Pelipper, Metagross with the Psychium Z and stuff, and it wasn't quite working for me, and I could see people walling it, so I'm like, it's this one. I just switched some stuff around, and I didn't really like Garchomp being 4 times weak and everyone trying to counter it, so I'm like, I'll just use Crocodile, and then Muck to counter Trick Room and stuff. It worked pretty well. So anyways, here's the Pokemon I'm reviewing today, Drifblim. So I'm going to keep it short because I did all this work to talk about these videos, and the recorder messed up using a new recorder. So anyways, Psychic Seed, Drifblim, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, Tailwind, Calm Mind. One is Misty Seed, one is Psychic Seed, depending on which Tappy you want. And then you could also use Swagger. There's other moves you could use. I don't know for sure if he gets these moves though, so don't take my word for it. They're just ideas. So Clear Smog, Destiny Bond, Disable, I could see being useful. I could see Hex over maybe Shadow Ball being useful if you think you just Will-O-Wisp everything, but I feel like Will-O-Wisp can miss, and other reasons. I don't know, something to try out, but I don't know how gimmicky that would be. And then now it gets Icy Wind. I don't think Stockpile is the right move because it would need to restore HP, and as far as I know, from what I've heard, it doesn't get Roost, but I could be wrong. Okay, so Swagger is what I've seen before, used with like Garchomp or something, and they normally lead like a Tapu and Drifblim, and then they have Garchomp in the back and just Swagger, and then do a lot of damage with Earthquake, Rock Slide, Fire Fang, whatever. So the reason for these EVs on Drifblim is so that I can wall a Life Orb, Thunderbolt from Tapu Koko, and it still has a lot of defense, in case they want to go for the physical aspect of it. So this is showing that even with Calm, it can still two-shot a Min Bulk Lele all the time, and they won't usually use that, but it's okay. So Knockoff only is doing about 70% if you don't get the Will-O-Wisp off on the Muck, on a max attack Muck. That's worst case scenario. Now, that's the Thunderbolt set, Thunderbolt damage calculation I was showing you earlier. And let's go back really quick. Drifblim, I could see it being like medium tier, I mean maybe slightly high tier. I know Roghoff, he goes by Medhuman. That's his alias. He got pretty high with it in San Jose. So I can see this thing being good, but the main drawbacks of it are it doesn't have a lot of offense. I mean, just look at it. It could Shadow Ball, it could maybe Acrobatics if you want to use that instead, but I think Shadow Ball is a little bit better. And I mean, it's great for setting up Tailwind, though. It's really fast. Burden makes it very fast, and you can outspeed almost anything with it. I'm showing you like the basic EVs with it. I don't want to do a speed creep, but if I did, I'd probably use a little bit more speed on it. Okay, so Drifblim, it's a decent Pokemon. It has good defensive typing, I'd say. I mean, it's weak to stuff, but it actually walls certain Pokemon somewhat well. Like Garchomp, I would have to Rock Slide it. It walls Snorlax pretty well. You could Will-O-Wisp it, and I could see something if it does get Clear Smog. I could see I could see Clear Smog being good since everyone's like trying to use Belly Drum and stuff. You really wouldn't want to use Haste because you would get rid of your own Misty Seed or Psychic Seed boost. And the problem with Unburden also is if you switch out with it and you come back in, you don't get that speed boost anymore. so that kind of sucks. So a big problem with Drifblim is it's predictable, and you pretty much always have to lead with it for it to be that good or consistent. So with all those drawbacks in mind, I'd say it's not the right Pokemon for me. Maybe it is for you, but I've been doing pretty well with it, with like a slow Lele and Drifblim with the Psychic Seed and stuff, or sometimes Feeny I could see being pretty decent with it sometimes. But if you use Feeny, then you're double weak to Electric, and you don't really have a good grasp on who they're going to target. It's going to be hard. And then you have Lele and stuff. So I don't know. It makes you very predictable too, because they know that you would have to lead Tapu and Drifblim. So it makes it easier for them to know what you're gonna do. So I don't really like Drifblim personally. It seems like it makes things too predictable, and I have had a lot of luck with Will-O-Wisp and stuff hitting, but I don't know, it just doesn't have the right damage output for me, and it doesn't restore its HP. So as a bulk, it can't really be like a tank that survives the whole game, or enough of an offensive threat to really make them think. And then it doesn't have quite the bulk like Mandibuzz does. It has pretty good bulk, though, I must say. But if you're talking about like Mandibuzz bulk with the roost and everything, I don't know. I think I personally would rather use Mandibuzz, but Drifblim is immune to Fake Out and has some other advantages like Will-O-Wisp and higher speed that Mandibuzz doesn't have. Okay, I think this concludes the Drifblim analysis. Stay tuned for the next one.